All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Thursday afternoon. Another edition of KnicksFanTV Live. CP the franchise in the building. Rapid Fire Live right now. We did a morning show earlier. Shout out to the great Bobito Garcia. Had a great conversation with Bobito. So just want to come through on a quick Rapid Fire Live to talk about and update the Knicks coaching search. The Knicks adding James Borrego to the list of head coaching candidates lined up for an interview. And what is up with Jason Kidd? We got some updates there, man. So lock in, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Part 2 of a 3-part Knicks Fan TV night. It's one of those, man. You know we got to keep the content going. You know we got to keep the content flowing. Salute to my franchise channel members in the chat. And salute to everybody in here with us, man, all around the world. Knicks Nation, salute to you guys. We got the draft part 2 coming up tonight. Will the Knicks be drafting at number 50? Will they be moving up? Make sure you keep it locked here to Knicks Fan TV. We'll go live once they make the pick or around where they make the pick, and we'll break it down from there. We're not going to sit through the entire second round of the draft and pontificate here, with second round picks. So we'll make good use of the time. Once they make the pick or if they move up to make the pick, that's when you guys can look for us to be live here on YouTube. Okay, franchise channel members, Bomani, Eric L. Beats, shout out to Rambo, shout out to my 2 cents, everybody in here. Okay, James Borrego, the next candidate on the Knicks head coaching search. It was announced yesterday, or reported yesterday rather, by our guy James Edwards of The Athletic, Will Guillory, and our guy Matthew, a.k.a. Fred Katz, that Pelicans assistant coach James Borrego is interviewing with the Knicks. Knicks requested permission, and they've been granted that permission. So James Borrego right now, he's a former Charlotte Hornets head coach, went 148 and 183 with the Hornets in those seasons with them, and now he is with the New Orleans Pelicans. So this is who the Knicks are looking at next in the head coaching search. A little bit about Borrego. He does come from the Greg Popovich coaching tree. So he's another one of those guys that has that pedigree. He came into the Charlotte gig with critical acclaim. He was a highly touted head coach, known for his offensive philosophy and player development. And, listen, it's Charlotte. You look at the list of head coaches that have been there. Steve Clifford twice, James Borrego. I think it's more of a talent thing than a coaching issue. And it's just Charlotte. It's an organization that has just never had the right talent. And as a result, just hasn't had the right success. A coach can only do but so much. Yeah, you can get him to overachieve for sure. But in Borrego's case, he was shown the door in just a few seasons there in Charlotte. All right. What else do we have on Borrego? CAA guy. So he's part of the CAA mafia. So this could be, given the relationship with Leon Rose, Worldwide West being CAA guys, this could be from a relational standpoint, someone who they know and they are familiar with, and want to bring him in for an interview. As I said, he did 4 seasons with the Charlotte Hornets, went 138 and 163 regular season record, 2 play-in appearances, and as a full-time head coach with the Charlotte Hornets. He did serve as an interim head coach with the Orlando Magic in 2015. Okay, he does have player development skill sets. Offensively gifted in terms of his philosophy. Offensively, I would say leaning in terms of his philosophy. But another guy, when you think about the Knicks' goals in terms of what they want in the coach, a guy who's known for a strong system, play development, collaborative nature, working relationship with the front office. And as a CAA guy, I'm sure those all would appeal to the Knicks. So there it is. Now, the farthest he's gone, he's got no playoff experience. Farthest he's gone is in the play-in tournament. What do they think about that? Does that matter to them? No significant playoff experience. How are the Knicks weighing that when it comes to the expectations of this team and the inherent pressure to get this team to the promised land and to the NBA championship? All right, what do you guys think there? D. Cannon says, surprised they haven't interviewed Johnny Bryant yet. I haven't heard anything yet on the Bryant front. So we'll see. They could be leaning towards the experience factor here, as we've seen with Mike Brown, with Taylor Jenkins, with Mike Nori. And even though he's an assistant coach with the Timberwolves, someone who has stepped in at the head coaching level. But I think that the Towns factor was big there with Mike Nori. Like, is he a guy who they see can, get Karl Anthony Towns to take this team to the next level? Because that's going to be very important as well. So interesting stuff there. Let's see what else. What else does the Athletic have that I don't have? Known as an offensive engineer, very important, especially when you factor in Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, your two all-stars. We need more out of them as a two-man unit. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the Athletic has. Who he is, where he coached, at his system philosophies. So that's what we have on James Borrego. What do you guys think in the chat? Are you sure? Are you scared? You nervous? If you're scared, hit up JD on Twitter. He's shaking like a leaf. Can't stop DMing me about this coaching search all day long. So join him. He needs company over there on Twitter. Hit up JD and commiserate. So we'll see what happens, man. You have part 2 of the draft tonight. Free agency is coming up on the 1st, which is Tuesday. I would hope that by then they have an idea of who the coach is going to be. Is it going to be one of these 4 guys? Is it another candidate who we have not heard yet? But the process is going as they said it will go. So now, with that said, draft is in place. Cooper Flag is locked in with the Mavericks. Where does that leave one Jason Kidd? Well, according to Mavs GM Nico Harrison, the door's closed. Here he was at a Mavs press conference speaking to reporters last night after they drafted Cooper Flag. The reporter asked, what is the status of Jason Kidd? And here was Nico Harrison's response. Here we go.
Still out there about J. Kidd?
Apparently.
Oh, okay. I thought I shut him down. Yes, he will be the coach next year.
All right, that was Nico Harrison. Let me get the volume up a little bit because these reporters going to the press conference, they're not the biggest like media people in terms of audio visual. They're more writers, so they're just using their phone and the audio stinks. But here it is again. Here we go.
Still out there about J. Kidd?
Apparently.
Oh, okay. I thought I shut him down. Yes, he will be the coach next year. Still out there?
All right, so that's Nico Harrison says the rumor's still out there about Jason Kidd. He says he will be the coach next year. So, is there an extension coming up for Jason Kidd? Or all these rumblings that we're hearing about in terms of the Knicks' interest in Kidd? Is it cap? Is there an extension on the line here? Is Nico just cheesing around and Kidd's plotting his exit out the back door? We see clips of, podcast mentions of Jason Kidd where his son is commenting on things and his son, TJ Kidd, is posting stuff up on Madison Square Garden. I hate all that connect the dots. Let's try to connect the dots and throw the tinfoil kufi on and figure out what's going on through these hidden messages. I'm too old to be decoding. Are you coming through or not? Are you the coach or not? Bomani says, I don't take his word for it. Yeah. So we'll see. We shall see. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. JD's in the chat. So there you go, man. Chat it up with JD if you guys are nervous about this head coaching situation. Jenkins, Brown, Nori, and now James Borrego. As the world turns, Knicks edition. We'll see where they go from here. But let's see if they make a draft pick tonight, man. We got the 50th pick. Will they move up? Is Kobe Borrego going to be there? We're hearing Jameer Watkins as a guy who they like. Are they going to punt altogether? Let's see what happens there, man. But as I said, we will be live once or around where they make the pick. The coverage is just way too long to be, sitting there talking about second round picks. So once they make the pick, or if they trade up to make the pick, we'll see what's what there and talk about it. Myself and Alex will be there. JD, if he's around, JD will join us as well, man. So, we'll get more into the coaching stuff. You guys can call us on the KFTV Discord and get to it. JD says, you would think they would hire before Summer League. Imagine they don't. Nah, they got to have a coach by then. There's no way they're going through free agency and all of that. Making decisions, potentially extending Bridges, potentially extending Mitch, potentially making trades. They got to have a coach in by then. He says, who's coaching? Fifth row Mo. It would probably be like Othello Harrington. or Rick. Maybe it's Rick. Maybe it's Rick. All right, so time will tell, man. Going to be an interesting process. Lock in. We're going to take a quick break again. Hey, if you guys missed the episode today with my guy Bobito Garcia, New York City's finest playground legend, basketball legend, make sure you guys tap into that interview. We had a great conversation. Shout out to Bobito. We're going to upload the podcast in just a couple of minutes. And as you know, if you can't catch these shows on video, you can catch it on all major podcast platforms. We are there. Make sure you guys leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts as well. Salute to the replay gang. And we'll see you guys later tonight for round 2 of the NBA draft. See you guys in a bit, man. Peace.